Anyways, kick us off, man.
Oh, I'm kicking us off? You want Kaz to kick us off?
Yeah. Don't say the wrong episode this time, though.
I did last time.
Yeah.
What episode is it? Just so I don't fuck it up this time.
I think 11, but if we fuck it up, it's okay.
It's whatever. Listen, if you're ever listening to an episode and you're like, wait, I thought it was episode this, but he just said this. Ignore everything I say.
You don't need to listen to them in order anyways, too.
You don't, don't even just, whatever the number says on your screen, that's what number it is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, I'll gaslight you to the moon and back. Just know that whatever's written in front of your face is what it is. What Kaz is saying is just nonsense. It's not even real. It's just, I'm just making it up as I go. It could be episode 37 right now. I'm not even sure.
With that said, welcome to episode 5 of The Rabbit Hole.
Episode 5 going on 53. Welcome back, everybody.
We missed last week because Kaz and I were both a mess. We're just busy. We're just busy little bees. And we're not getting paid for this shit
busy
yet.
Little bees. Busy bees. Dude, the Bee movie? Did I ever talk to you about how fucked up the plot line is? Do you ever think about that?
I've never seen the Bee movie.
Okay, I'll break it down for you really quick, and I'm going to have you on my side in about a minute 43 seconds, okay? So basically, the main plot of it is this bee he's about to, like, go into the working force, and he realizes, like, oh my God, like, I'm going to fucking want to jump off a bridge. Are you drinking vodka at 11 in the morning, Cam?
Oh my God, I thought it was lemonade. You got to be kidding me.
What is it?
Look at that. Does that not look like lemonade? That just looks like, yummy lemonade.
Italian breeze. The Italian, I'm not going to lie to you, would make me assume that there's alcohol in it because they would not have thrown that in there. Italian, I don't know what it is
I have those like San Pellegrino like things that look like they should be alcohol, but they're not. I thought this was the same thing, and it's Italian.
Well, at least you're not driving to work, huh? That wouldn't have been good.
We can get into that. My first week or two without a job.
Dude.
But,
right.
Now I just sound like an alcoholic. Like, babe, I swear, I didn't know it was beer. I swear, babe, I thought.
As you're just like taking a pull from a vodka, just a handle of vodka. This is my water? What the fuck?
I swear
where did this come? Oh my God.
I swear it said root before the beer, babe.
Babe, get this away from me. I don't even know what just happened. Like I swear this was an ice mountain, babe. This was an ice mountain, and next thing I know, it's Fireball.
It said liquid death. I didn't know it meant like I might die drinking it from the alcohol.
Honey, this sounds like a water company. No, honey, that says Fireball. Yeah, I thought it was like your balls are going to be on fire because how hydrated you are. Like, I thought that's what they were talking about.
Oh, God. All right.
Anyways, we'll touch on your alcoholism later. Back to the Bee movie, right? So, anyways, people have seen it, but I'll explain it real quick. So the plot is basically this bee is about to, and this bee is voiced by Seinfeld. Not that it really matters, but it does a lot.
I had no idea that was...
It matters.
Wait, Barry?
Yes, it matters a substantial amount because when you watch it, I'm just waiting for the laugh track. Like, I can't hear it any other way.
Is it a comedy?
Well, give me a second. So the main plot is that this bee realizes he doesn't want to do the same job for 60 years and he wants to explore the world. He doesn't just want to settle down. He doesn't just want to do the same thing. And people can relate to that. And you're like, oh, you want to see this bee go out into the world, right? It starts in such a beautiful place. That's the beginning of the plot. Now there's a subplot involved.
Does a hawk come down and...
I wish. Throws me every time. This bee, turns out the bees are able to talk to humans, and he slips up and says a word to this girl. Now listen to me. This human girl breaks up with her boyfriend because of this bee, starts hanging out with this bee. They never, let me be clear. In the movie, they never do anything. They never get together, okay? But it is weirdly hinted at the entire movie. The bee has like, make the bee have dreams where he's like in fields with her and they're like dancing around together. It is insinuated that this human girl is fucking this bee And I'm gonna be honest with you, has nothing to do with the entire plot except for maybe the last 3 minutes where he needed a favor from her, and that was it.
What was that favor?
The favor was like they needed to fly now because, anyways, long story short, the point of the movie was at the Bee. And honestly, you're gonna get me on another tangent. It's basically just some big corporate propaganda movie because
oh Jesus Christ!
Listen to me right now. The first start of the movie was like, I don't want to work the same job for 60 years. We should be treated fairly. It was like this workers unite, unionized type of movie. That's how it starts. Then it gets to the end because the bees have so much honey now and like they don't have to work as much. They're not pollinating. So the flowers are dying. No bullshit. The end of the movie message was that you should work yourself to death for the greater good of your company. That was the
wait. Okay,
that was the end of the movie.
You kind of cooked there for a little bit. Hold on.
That was the end of the movie because at the end he's like, "Oh, I realized that bees have a place and I shouldn't just be able to do whatever I want." What?
Yeah, know your place, bitch. You're a bee,
dude. But like, there's a larger message to it all, and then on top of it, he's like trying to fuck this lady. I don't know. That's it. I'm sorry.
That's relatable because I just quit my job and then like be like, no, stay, and they're like, all right.
And what's so funny about it too is like even like the boyfriend in the movie kills me because he's like the only reasonable one, and he's like, and she
wait, the boyfriend of the girl who's fucking the bee?
Yes, the boyfriend. In the beginning of all this, when like she just met the bee, he was like, he kept trying to kill this bee, like swat it with a magazine and shit. But the problem was that he was the only one being fucking reasonable. Imagine your girlfriend starts taking, because she would bring in Barry on advice, and she would be like, well, Barry doesn't think we should go to dinner tonight. And he would be like, what the fuck? It's a bee. Like, dude, I would be going insane.
He was the only one. Flowers for a living, and you're talking about
I mean, it was, oh my God, dude, every single time I watch the Bee Movie, the first 30 minutes, I'm like, what a great kids movie. And then I'm like, does he want to fuck this lady right now? Like the entire time you're thinking, is she considering fucking this bee? And I know it won't happen, but every time I think it will.
You sound like that. Have you seen that like Disney propaganda guy? He's like, there's subliminal messages everywhere. I mean, Beauty and the Beast. This girl wants to fuck a beast. This animal.
That is fair. And to be quite frank with you, I'd love to have a conversation with that guy because he's talking a lot of sense. Okay,
no,
listen,
the movie. I mean, not the movie. The
I get
video
he movies, made, and I get it's just a joke. But there is a part of me that's always sitting there, especially the live action Beauty and the Beast, and I'm just sitting there, and no one's saying it, but I'm thinking, is this like 17-year-old borderline underage girl about to fuck this 45-year-old lion?
Wait,
is this what we're doing?
Time out. When did furries start to become a thing?
Probably right around that area.
Yeah, does it probably right with the release of Beauty and the Beast?
Right around that time. Hold on,
just
Beauty,
a huge mystery.
And the Beast.
Okay,
age
you look
gap.
that up, and
I just need to know.
Hold on.
Belle is thought to be around the age of 17. The Beast is 21 years old. Yeah, and I'm 14. I mean, are you fucking? The Beast is 21.
The furry fandom is from the 1970s. When did Beauty and the Beast come out?
Oh, way before that, I'm sure.
I mean, if it is before, then it definitely has something to do with it.
Release date original. Oh no, 1991.
Oh, okay. All right. No. So maybe you just like escalated it.
And I'm not shitting on classic movies. Listen, I love the Beauty and the Beast. I'm a slut for a good musical. But the only problem is he looks 45, and there's a lot insinuating. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of undertones. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of undertones that don't really get addressed. But we'll move on.
Dude, I can't stop thinking, like, imagine you, like Anthony Cos,
I imagine I'm myself every day, so this is
right. Well, this part
I'm great at this role.
Yeah, okay, this part might be hard to imagine. Imagine you get a girlfriend somewhere somewhere down the line, years maybe.
Okay. This is difficult to imagine
Okay,
already.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
I know, I
Yeah.
know, but just try
Right.
your best,
Okay.
all right, man?
I'll method act. I'll method
And,
act.
what do you want her name to be?
Charlene.
Pick a different name.
Why not? That was the name I chose.
Okay. Okay, you and
Betty.
Charlene.
Crocker. Me and Betty Crocker.
Can you pick, like, Sarah or something? You
Betty.
know?
Let's do
And
Betty. Let's
you
land on
want a
Betty.
girlfriend named Betty.
The ship has sailed on Betty. 65. I love going to her bingo meetings. Go ahead.
Okay, so you're dating this woman, this elderly woman, Betty,
Apparently.
right?
Yeah.
And she comes home, she's like, "Anthony, I'm
Okay, I don't
fucking
like
a
this.
bee now."
Oh.
She's just your girlfriend comes home and she's like, "Yeah, I'm hanging out with this bee. I'm cheating on
Okay.
you with a bee."
And this is now just to backtrack. She's not 65. We're just saying we're in the same age. Gap.
whatever floats your boat, man. Whatever you
Okay.
want to date, and this
Okay.
whoever you're dating is cheating on you with a bee. How much would
Okay.
that ruin you?
Not much. I'd have a lot of questions. I would have a lot of questions. And to be honest with you, I would handle the breakup if I could get a visual of how this is happening.
Yeah, I would need details, you know.
I wouldn't just need details. I would need a fucking audition tape.
Yeah.
I would need to see how it's happening, right? Because the isn't the whole point of a bee they have like a stinger, and then if they sting that kills them, right?
Yeah. Well, a wasp, no, but a bee, yeah, I think.
Yeah, a bee dies after
Dude, it's kind of nasty. They like, I've seen it up close of it. They sting, and then like, they leave
Dude,
their sting in there,
imagine
and it
this
pulls
is
their
what's so
guts out.
funny. You know what's so funny about a bee? How
What?
I've always thought about making a skit like this, but I feel like it would just get taken down. But how funny is it to be so fucking pissed off, like so angry that you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking kill myself. Like you're like this person sucks so bad that I have to sting them and I will fucking die for it. They hate him so bad that they're so enraged that
I mean,
they know
people,
this.
I was gonna say there's people like that, but I mean,
No, but you get my point though. Like, what
yeah,
an overreaction.
Do you think they know though? Do you think they know that they die when they sting? Something?
You'd like to think, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, dude, the way they go around just swinging that bitch around like they got another.
What's the point of their stinger if it just kills them when they use it once? It's like,
I think it's technically considered a defense mechanism, but then so is a fucking hand grenade. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but if it's a
Like,
defense
I mean, it's the
mechanism,
same thing.
yeah, say you use it as a defense mechanism, you defend yourself, great. You kill the thing trying to kill you, then you die.
You
No matter
defend
what.
yourself to the death.
So it's like you're coming down with
No,
me, so I'm going
exactly.
down with
That's absolutely. You're correct.
you. So I don't know if they know that it does that, but like props to them.
One would
though,
like to
I mean,
hope they do, but I don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have a lot of hope in the cognitive skills of a bee. I mean, listen, like they know what they need to do, but other than that, I don't think they know much else.
Yeah, all that. Like I know for a fact that if a bee stings me, it's gonna die. But I'm still like terrified of them. There's one buzzing around my ears. I fucking run for the hills.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I am fucking animals, everything in general, dude. I don't like to like go hunting. I've been invited. Not really a fan. Remember, I talked about one story. I was like forced to kill gophers. Not a fan of that whatsoever. I will do war crimes to insects. I have no problem. I'm gonna, dude.
Yeah.
If I like, people will be like, they'll see like a big beehive on like their front porch, and they're like, "Let me call somebody so they could put it in the woods." Dude. 3 bottles of Raid. 3 bottles of Raid. I'm behind my bushes like I'm in the trenches in World War II. I'm like cracking it with my mouth. I'm throwing bottles of Raid. I'm just chucking them over my shoulder. Clear! How do you get the kids?
You go up there with your bee suit and a baseball bat and go to town.
My kids are walking down the street. My kids are walking down the street coming home from school. Their father's just in the front yard with like a plastic table in front of me. like I'm like in
Wearing
Normandy,
all camo and eye black.
wearing all camo. I have eye black just painted down, and I'm just chucking canisters of Raid at my front porch.
No, bees. I don't know why I'm so scared of bees. I think I got stung once as a kid and it was so traumatic. Like I'm not even allergic, but I'm like, oh my god, it's like a flying needle that's gonna stab
I
me at any
I
point.
got a story for you. When I was maybe about 7th grade, me and my friend were playing like wiffle ball, like baseball in his backyard. We were just throwing each other the ball, like hitting the baseball. And I hit this one ball, foul ball, didn't get good connection. Went into this large bush in the corner of his yard. And I'm going to get it. He's like, no, I'll just go get another ball. I'm like, dude, it's like 3 feet away from my hand right now. Like I could just go grab it. He goes, no, you don't get it. Like there's insects in there that I've never even seen in my life living back there. I go, you're out of your fucking mind. So I thought it'd be a good idea. I just go in swinging with the baseball bat. Like I'm just like knocking this bush senseless so that nothing will get near me, or so I thought. And then I knock my way through this bush. I hear all this shit buzzing. Go down to grab the wiffle ball. Right when I put my hand down, B comes out of nowhere. He's like, I didn't like that, bro. Right in my thumb. My thumb starts swelling up. Like I got, dude, I was talking so much shit too. My friend's like, dude, don't go back there. I'm like knocking this bush left and right, hitting it with a wiffle ball bat. And I go down to grab it. I'm like, dude, quit being such a, what the fuck? And I just sprint out of the bush. And I'm like, fuck. And then his mom comes running out. She's like, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, a bee. Dude, and I had to yank.
She thought your leg fell off or something.
Yeah, I was freaking out. I pull the stinger out. And I'm not even, dude, I know it might be a little bit in my head, but because it got fat, I don't know, you probably can't see it on camera, but it's the one thumb. You see how there's more skin happening over here?
Yeah. Is that why?
Dude, ever since, I don't know what it is, it like calloused a little bit of like the underskin on my thumb. So this one's just been forever fatter now. And I just have to live with it.
Dude, that reminds me. I had this tiny little like skin mark on my pinky, and they wanted to take it off. Like I don't know why they wanted to take it off though. And they're like, "Here, let me give you some numbing medicine." The numbing medicine was in a needle, and so they stuck a needle like in my pinky, the tip of my pinky, and it was the worst pain I've ever felt. Like,
my God.
I swear it struck bone, and I'm like, oh my God, just take it off. I don't need this needle in my pinky to numb it. This is worse than like taking the skin thing off.
Oh my God. Dude, I hate getting needles in my body. And the worst is always when I'm having like, there's been a couple times where I've been having a medical emergency and then the nurse likes to make jokes. There was this one time I got severely dehydrated. Like I think I told you this
so you
before.
needed an IV?
Yeah, but like, dehydrated to the point where like I was like one step away from like the hallucination period. I was like starting to feel like very cold and like shit was starting to get like really woozy. And so I'm literally like borderline hallucinating. And then I get in the ambulance and I'm like, and then finally they like take me to the hospital. The first nurse I see, she's like, she's like, wow. She's like, I'm like basically hallucinating. And then she's like, oh my God, like, won't have trouble finding a vein on your arms because like my veins are always just like popping out of me. And she's like, won't have trouble finding a vein on your arm. I'm like, is this, what is it? The Comedy Cellar? I'm like, this is not,
my God.
I'm like, I'm borderline. I'm like, my piss is red right now. I'm like, I don't know if that maybe should be a concern. I get that they're trying to calm me down, but I feel like there's moments for it. Also, when they stuck the IV in me in the ambulance, my parents, they knew that I wouldn't like getting an IV in me because I've always hated that. Especially
they distract you, like, cuz look, it's
yeah,
it's
dude,
a
this
feather.
Bastard. He's like, so what's your favorite MLB team? And I'm like, I don't know, the Cubs. And he's like, yeah, how do you think they're doing this year? And then he's just, next thing I know, I feel this pain.
Yeah,
in my left arm.
They like to try to distract you. Like
I knew,
I'm not
dude, I knew they were bullshitting me too. When he was like, we're just gonna lock down your arms and legs. I was like, what? He goes, no. He's like, because you don't have a seatbelt back here. And I was like, oh, right. And then all of a sudden they start pulling out the needles, and I'm like, oh, that piece of shit. Like that's like my mom definitely was like, if you have belts, lock down his arms because we can't hold him down.
Dude, every time I like, Every time I get an IV, like I've had a bunch of IVs for a bunch of reasons. I've had a ton of surgeries and shit, but this isn't therapy. We don't need to talk about that. But every time I get an IV, I have like the worst experience with nurses. Like there's this one nurse that was like, she's like, they always try to distract you before sticking the IV in. She's like, so do you watch American Idol? I'm like, no, I don't watch American Idol. Why the fuck would I watch American Idol? I'm not
What a
45. Like, why would it?
broad
Yeah,
question.
then in the middle of when I'm dogging, she like sticks it in my hand. Like she put it in the hand too, not the
Oh,
arm.
I fucking
Yeah,
dude.
usually it's right here in the arm.
Anytime they ask, they're like, "Should I put it in your hand?" I go, "You don't." I go, "You touch it, it's going right in your face."
No, but she like tries to. She like catches me off guard. I'd rather just sit there in silence and be prepared for it, but she likes to distract me. So I just feel a pinch when I'm not expecting it. I'm like, no, I don't fucking watch American. Ah,
Dude, I would rather know that it's coming. And that's what I tell them every single time. The last time I got my blood taken, funniest shit ever. Well, not in the moment. I was like genuinely concerned for this lady. So I go in, the nurse, I was like, "Hey, just letting you know, like, I won't pass out on you, but I'm just gonna like look away. So let me know like which arm you want to do it in." And she was like, oh, okay. You're not gonna hit me, are you? And I was like, no. I was like, no. I was like, wasn't planning on it. And she was like, oh my God, sorry. She was like, I was just kidding around. I had this patient who was, she goes, not like a 6-year-old. This lady was 50. And she
it's her with the elbow.
she wouldn't let me take her blood because she was so afraid of the needle. And she said that I tried to finally stick it in her one arm and she hit me and shoved me off of her in the doctor's room. And I was like, what?
That makes it way worse. Do not. The needle can like break in you if
Dude,
you
yeah.
do something like that.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Like,
She was
do
like,
what they
yeah.
say.
She's like, yeah, that lady's not fun to deal with. I was like, you didn't sue her? I was like, what? You can't just fucking hit a nurse.
That's why I never understood those. Like, when did those like hot nurse Halloween costumes come out? Why is that a thing? You're dressing up in like a nurse outfit.
Yeah, I think it's
pretending to be someone that sticks needles in me. I don't want to go near you. You have needles.
Dude, honestly, and I feel the same way about it because like anytime I see like, you know, people they do like the whole hot nurse thing, all I'm thinking about is there's nothing a nurse has ever done to me that has made me look at her that way. Everything a nurse has done to me, I've wanted to run away and go and scream. And obviously, I know it's for my own good. I appreciate the nurses, obviously, but I'm just saying, I'm not a big fan of hospitals in general. So, like, when I see a nurse, I'm not thinking about, oh, she's so sexy. I'm thinking about, what do you got an IV in your back pocket? Maybe it's all a scheme. Maybe she's just in this outfit, and the next thing I know, I'm gonna have my hands behind my back, and they're trying to stick a needle in my thigh.
Yeah, though I had a terrible experience with one nurse, so I'm probably biased. She was doing the IV, but she missed the fucking vein 4 times.
Dude, you told me this story.
The needle went in and out of my hand 4 times. I'm like, oh my God, get me a new nurse.
If somebody, I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm brutal with needles. Like I just really don't like them. If anybody ever misses, like anytime there's been times, no bullshit. Like normally, I don't really like speak up like this because I don't want to come off like an asshole. But there's been times where my doctor was like, hey, like this girl's in training. Do you mind if she does your IV? Straight up, I'm like, no, absolutely.
Oh my God. No, that's the
worst. Dude, I've said, and I don't like that I have, but I'm no bullshit. I've been like, listen, like I try to give it to him like as nice as possible. I'm like, listen, like I'm really not good with needles. If you're gonna miss, I'm gonna throw up on your chest. Like I'm like full, and I'm like, I'm not even saying that because I don't want you to do it. I'm saying that to be 100% honest with you. And every time they're like, oh, okay, we'll just have the other nurse do it. I'm like, yeah, this is better for all of us.
Dude, we're probably making people nauseous with the needle talk.
Yeah, sorry, guys, sorry.
No, that's one of the worst things though. When your doctor's like, "Do you mind if this like medical student comes in and watches?" Because I don't want to be like, "No, I don't want them to learn," but I also don't want to be like, "No, I don't want this 20-year-old who's learning watching you like feel my balls."
Dude, yes, A, B. The first time when I got back from my severe mental breakdown, I don't know if I ever told you this part. My first doctor's appointment back. First one back, like the one where like I had to call my doctor And I was like, basically, like, I was on the phone saying, if you can't find 4 bars of Xanax, I'll get someone who will. And I was just like, not in a good place mentally in the middle of Alabama, alone. Finally get back home. First appointment back. This is like a serious appointment. My doctor was like considering sending me somewhere. I walk in and she's like, hey, do you mind if somebody sits in today? I'm like, I mean, out of any day, probably not. But that's what I said in my head. And I just go, sure. And
Yeah,
so,
no, it's like
dude,
you can't say no, I feel like.
I know. And I was like, I'm like looking at her. I'm like, I was like, I literally left the house and took 2 bars of Xanax. Why don't you just bring in everybody? I don't really
Yeah.
care right now. And so, anyways, then this kid's sitting here. He's like, and what's weird is like, I'm 20 at the time, like going on 21. This guy's like 24, 25.
Mhm.
And she's like, so you had a couple panic attacks? And this guy's sitting there. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like
No one that
panic.
bad.
I was like, panic, anxiety. What even is it? And she's like, well, didn't you called me on that Sunday telling me that you were having panic attacks for 7 hours. I go, 7
you're
hours?
on your hands and knees begging for help. And
I
now
was
you're
like,
like,
she
"What?"
was like, didn't you not eat for 4 days? I go, it was a fast. It was voluntary. And then oh my God. It was, and then finally I was able to get it out. But then I was just like, I had to keep looking away from the guy because I had to keep, it's just weird.
I know,
Like, that he was just
especially when they're
sitting in.
around your age, you want to be like, you don't want to be like, you want to be relatable, I guess. You don't want to be like, oh yeah, like if your doctor's old, I would much rather have an old doctor, I think.
Oh, dude, I love having an old doctor, right? Because otherwise,
he like knows what's up and like,
yeah, and it's just like we're on 2 different wavelengths, and it's whereas like I one time I walked into like this I had to go to the ENT, the ear, nose, and throat guy. I was having like some ear issues, and I walk in, and they were like, "Hey, there's going to be a new doctor today." Like that was the only one that could fit me in. I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, doctor. I don't really care." I go in. This guy walks in. He opens the door. He calls me bro, and I'm like,
he's like 25, right out of med
dude.
school.
He was like, he was like 29, maybe. I think he was like freshly 29. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be taking care of you today, man." I'm like, okay. And he like kept calling me. He's like, so like, what's going on, bro? And he's just leaning up against the door. I'm like, not much, man. Like I was like, I didn't even know. I was like, am I allowed to tell this guy like my medical problems?
Yeah, and you want to like act cool in front of him too, because he's like young, and you don't want to be like,
yeah. And he
you
was
don't want to be like, oh, I have an itch in my ear, and he'll be like, oh,
right,
pussy, come on.
He was like, you having some ear pain? And I was like, yeah, you know how it is, man. I was like, you know what I do? Ear pain, dick pain, going crazy.
We out here. Oh fuck! I had something to say about my doctor too. We've been talking about doctors for like 20 minutes though.
Yeah, maybe we should jump off.
Yeah,
Let's jump off that. Jump ship, maybe.
Well, I mean, kind of speaking of doctors, you've been
Dr. J.
Maybe this is like too personal. I was gonna say you've been having panic attacks again recently.
Oh yeah, kind of came up on me out of nowhere recently.
Because that's like part of the reason we didn't. I was busy last week anyway, so we couldn't really.
Yeah, that was kind of Coz's fault for no episode last week. But
we also were procrastinating though. It was like the day before.
We were procrastinating, and it didn't help that I had like a small mental breakdown. So, it happens.
No, I was gonna say though, I always know when you're in a bad mood or like having a panic attack or whatever, because when I text you, you always start with the word "ugh." Like,
do I really do?
Yeah, I said I can do tomorrow if you're free, and I said early or late, and you said ugh, probably early-ish, and I said how early-ish, and you said ugh, I don't know, like,
dude. I need to work on like hiding my emotions through text. Dude,
I'm like, all right, maybe he doesn't want to record this week.
What's so crazy too is like I'm not even thinking about maybe like the undertones in my texting. I'm just like, all I do is
You're
I
just like saying what's on your mind.
I'm typing like what's in my head. Like I'm just like I'll read your message and like my mind just goes, ugh, I don't know, like noon. Like my head, like it's not even me. My subconscious just goes like, ugh, and then I type it and then I hit send.
Yeah, that's how I know when you're like going through it or whatever. I'm like, oh, he's gonna cancel again. 2 weeks in a row, we're not gonna do the podcast.
No, I wasn't
But
going to cancel this week.
we 2 weeks in a row would be bad. We're not gonna we're gonna maybe miss one more episode the next like 2 months, I would say.
Yeah, I mean we're good. We're good.
Yeah, no stuttering there. We're we're good.
I know. I was trying to find the syllable. I couldn't find it. It was running away from me. I was like, "Get over here!"
That made me think, oh, we're not good. No, we have some exciting things coming. Merch.
Super exciting. I'm jumping out of a helicopter. I don't know. I figured honestly, you want to just we should just drop like 10 lies every week and like one of them's bound to be true.
That's a good idea. No, that's a really good idea.
We should do that segment eventually. By the way,
that's not a lie. What?
2 truths and a lie. We should try that one week.
Ooh, yeah, I'd have to.
I don't know though. I say so much shit on here that like anything I say, people are gonna be like, it's probably true.
That's another thing because like, I feel like I repeat a lot of stuff that I say in my TikToks on the podcast, but I feel like also people don't really care. Because I was going to tell you a story. I went to you might not have seen this TikTok. If you did see this TikTok, people who are watching, I'm sorry, but it's a funny story, so I have to tell it again. I went to Dunkin Donuts, and I was going through my camera roll because there's a long drive-through line, and I was running out of storage on my phone. I was going through my camera roll to delete like pictures and videos or whatever, while having the mobile app like ready to scan the QR code and everything. And then like I look up and I see the car in front of me going to the window or like driving past the window. So it's my turn to go. And I like put my phone down. I drive up and I pick my phone up without looking at it. I thought the QR code was out. It was a random picture in my camera roll, and I just stick it out my window and show it to the lady. It was me on a tricycle with a pink shirt on. I'll show you the picture. But I just show her the picture like as if I'm scanning the QR code, but the QR code wasn't there.
Yeah, you were like, "Hey, babe, scan this. You like what you see?"
She just goes, "Nice," and I'm like, "What? My QR code's cool? What do you mean?" And she's like, "Oh, it was so embarrassing. Fuck, where is it?" I know I didn't delete it because I knew I would be using it. Oh, fuck,
that's unbelievable, man.
Though.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my god.
It's me out of elementary school, 23-year-old me out of elementary school, sitting on a tricycle next to another tricycle.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
That can't be good for anybody.
And she just goes, "Nice." And I look at my phone. I'm like, "Oh." And I go to the QR code. I show her the QR code. Didn't say a single thing else. And just drove away.
Dude, if I did that on accident, no bullshit. I'm not even getting to the QR code. I am already 3 blocks away. I'm not. Like, there's no way.
The time, not the time before that, but like one of the last times I went to Dunkin', I just dropped the drink on the ground. I told this on like one of the first podcasts, and I just drove away. Or no, that might have been Starbucks actually.
I mean, you kind of have to. You kind of have to at that point.
I just panic at drive-thrus, man. Like going inside, I'm fine. I'm like, yeah, give me this caramel coffee. That's what's up. But drive-thrus, I'm like, can I?
Really? Interesting.
I don't know why. I feel like it should be the opposite. Like in person.
Yeah, definitely should be.
Yeah, I don't know, but
definitely should be.
That's like the only problem I have. Not problem, but one of the things I think about when doing the podcast. Like, I don't want to be repetitive with my TikToks.
Right.
And
we really aren't though. That like I feel like you think we are more than we aren't. Like sometimes we like might bring up a few things from past episodes, but like we don't. Like there's never been a moment where like we talked about something for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I had to like cut it out or something because we did it last week.
True. Yeah. I mean, we definitely didn't talk about needles for 20 minutes in any of the other episodes.
I don't think so. I would remember that.
I would hope not.
I would hope not as well.
Like, why are they always talking about needles? Are they addicts? I was gonna make a fucking. Sorry, go ahead.
I honestly blanked. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
No, I was gonna make a joke related to the cartel, but I want to keep my head attached to my neck. So
yeah, let's maybe stay away from that. Okay, let's maybe stay away from those jokes. Make fun of literally anybody else.
Did you see that? This isn't like a joke. This is a real thing. You know, Peso Pluma. I don't know if I said that right. Peso Pluma. It's a Mexican artist. Like, Huge artist now. He's at the VMAs. He performed. You're not cultured. Okay. Um, huge up and coming Mexican artist, and he makes music about the cartel, which normally the cartel likes. But
And
he
they
talked
know
about
like
he talked about like El
no
Chapo in one of his songs.
no bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno.
See, no bueno. Uh,
No bueno.
he talked about like El Chapo in one of his songs, and they're like, "Oh, don't talk about him." So now I think it's Tijuana. He has a concert there, and the cartel wrote in red spray paint on a huge like building or
Now,
something.
was it spray paint? First of all,
I hope so. I think
What?
so. And they
Just
blurred part
saying.
of it out, so it might have been like some blood or something. I don't know. The picture I saw was
Maybe.
like partially blurred out, and it was in Spanish. Obviously, it said, "If you perform at this concert in Tijuana, we will kill you. So don't do it."
Oh,
I think it was years ago, like 20, 30 years ago, but it did happen to another person. They said like the same thing. If you perform here, you will die. And he performed there and he died. His body was found
oh,
3 days later.
oh God. Sorry. I just thought that was so funny how you were like, yeah, it was like a few years ago, like 30. Like I thought you were gonna say like 3 years ago.
It might have been. I don't know. The picture I
You're
saw
like, it was a
blurry.
few years ago, maybe like 30, 40. I don't know.
Yeah, but everyone loves this dude. He's like 20. He's like the. How do I compare him to someone?
Yeah, I mean, I hope nothing happens to him.
I hope
Hopefully he doesn't
I hope he
perform
just
there.
doesn't perform. Yeah, he hasn't
Yeah,
responded.
that'd be
to it yet.
smart. Yeah, I didn't know about this guy, to be honest with you. That's honestly
what?
as much as I listen to all music, so I don't listen to a lot of Spanish in general because I am a big lyric guy. I like the lyrics,
Yeah,
and
I want
when
to.
I'm struggling with the language, it is a little difficult for me to get into the song. I do like a lot of Spanish music. Like if it's party music, I don't care what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying. They could be
Throw in
saying
that Bad Bunny. Yeah.
they could be saying horrible, terrible things. Don't know. All I know is
Something
the beat is fire.
gasolina. That one.
Right. Exactly. Like those types, but like if it's like a slow song or like something like that, like I need to know the lyrics and I don't. And that's what sucks.
Yeah, I already struggle enough with English.
The English
music.
ones, right.
Yeah. But I was gonna say this isn't really a.
Is today Friday?
Yeah, it is.
Sorry. That's crazy.
Isn't it weird being unemployed? We don't even know what day it is.
No, that's mainly because I like blacked out for 2 weeks.
Right? Yeah, true. That is
Or
true.
feel like I blacked. I wasn't like blacking out every
Oh,
night.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
to clarify, that was a metaphor.
It's especially because when sports start up, cause goes full like sport
Dude,
mode,
if
gambling
Justin
mode.
Jefferson would have
Here we
scored,
go.
I would be up. I'm already, first of all, I had the tight end for Minnesota who had 2 touchdowns last night. Gas.
Hawkinson.
Yes. And if Jefferson, I'm projected to win by like 10 now, which is great. But if Jefferson would have scored that fucking touchdown, I would have been projected to wipe my sweaty balls over my opponent's face. But now,
in our league.
yeah, dude, and you know what?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
You know what
You're
sucks
playing,
too is I really
playing-
needed Justin Jefferson to do good because now I'm not too confident starting Justin Fields anymore. Okay, I'm not too confident starting anybody in the Bears organization. I'm not comfortable starting anybody in this city. Okay,
Yeah, you're
I'm not
playing against
comfortable-
Tyler too, right? Tyler is like Tyler's one of my friends that
I
caused
think I am.
Matt before
I
me.
didn't actually. I'll tell you right now. You know, I hope I am playing against him.
I think
And the
you
thing
are.
is I'm starting Brock Purdy this week because fuck the Bears. And thank God I was smart enough to go, you know what? Everybody was worried about Purdy's injury, but let me just take him as a backup. He lit it up last week. Lit it on fire. He sat on my bench. So I have to put him in this week. It would be disrespectful not to.
I started Burrow last week and I got 3 points.
Oh, good God. Anyways, yeah, Jefferson got 11 receptions, 159 yards. Imagine he has a touchdown.
Yeah.
Imagine he has that touchdown. Right now, I'm up 50-0, and I've only had 2 players play.
With that
Pretty
stat line,
solid.
it's honestly impressive that he didn't get a touchdown. 100. Oh, what are you? What? Hello?
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
I benched Philly's running back. Almost 30 points last night.
I benched.
What?
I kept Burrow in over Cousins, and he has fucking 28
Dude.
points.
Is he Dino Lover 69?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Tyler. Dude, that fucking bastard. Dude, he better, I don't know what he is religiously, but he better start praying that I didn't put D Swift in this week. Because he would have been fucking sobbing his fucking eyes out.
All right,
If
no
D
more
Swift,
fantasy football talk. We're getting
I would
carried
be up.
away.
I would be up, just so everybody knows, I'd be up about 85-0 right now. And that's after one Thursday night football game. But that's beside the point.
To put that in context, last week my whole team didn't even score 85. So
yeah, just to put that into perspective.
No, but this is my point. Cause is proving my point. When sports come around, specifically football and March Madness, he goes full money
football,
mode.
I'm like decently into football, dude. When college basketball gets back, I'm like in a fucking erotic night crazy person. I don't even
erotic was a wild
neurotic.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Neurotic.
Erotic was a wild choice.
I
of words.
said it and I was like, that's not the right word, but we're just gonna keep going. I was like,
I had to address it,
dude. I knew it wasn't, but I was just praying that everybody listening was gonna be like, you know what? Maybe he's right and I'm wrong.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
No, but honestly, if I am gonna be honest, when college basketball does come back, I do get a little erotic. I just love the game, man. I just love the game. Is that a sin?
Yeah.
Is that a sin?
Well, technically, depending on what religion you are, it's a sin if you get erotic.
The religion that I'm associated with is erotic for the NBA.
Okay, I'm not even going to ask.
We're called the bronze sexuals of America.
That's not even a religion. That's
I just love LeBron, man. What can I say? the bronze sexuals of America.
Oh my god.
The BSAs.
Don't say that. That stands for something bad. Probably. I don't know.
What?
Anyway.
No way. BSA, I've never heard that in my life.
Holy shit. Have you
PGA.
seen that?
Shout out
have you seen that show Jury Duty?
Bits and pieces. I didn't really like watch it.
Oh my god. That's the most genius idea of a show. I feel like I already talked about it. I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
I don't think you have. We never
even have a
about
description for last week's episode.
No, but in parentheses, it was Kaz has been having panic attacks all night. Go fuck yourself was what I would like to have written. Not to
I was
you.
gonna say if you wrote that, that's kind of fire.
No, not to you, but just to my own mind.
Yeah, I could have put the description in too, but I chose not to.
Yeah, so you know.
Do you want to get into top 3, bottom 3?
I think we do. I was just about to say that.
I was gonna do insects, but all of them would be bottom for me. I don't think I have a top insect. So
yeah.
Let me just look around my room and see.
I can't do that. We could do
also looking around his room. Every idea that I possibly had ever.
Toothpaste?
Huh?
Toothpaste?
Toothpaste flavors, brands? What?
Both? I don't know. It's the first thing that came to mind. We could we'll workshop it. Hold on. That was the first idea.
Okay. How about doctor's visits?
Now that would be too hard to rank.
Low power mode. Oh no. Not my camera, don't worry. It was my watch. I saw your eyes. I saw the lasers start to appear like you were gonna shoot me.
Low power. When I hear low power mode, I go into fucking like bat mode.
Superheroes.
Okay.
You just made like 4 different thinking faces at once.
Okay.
All right.
The bottom's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I really don't have a bottom. Maybe I should put the superheroes that I would want under me. Captain America. Anyways.
Wow. Not even Captain Marvel. Like
no, but Chris Evans is a good looking guy, obviously. We don't have to beat around the bush here.
Yeah.
Wait. Can we get specific? Because I'm already like my top 3. I'm just thinking of the hottest superheroes, and I think we need to not do that.
Your favorite.
My favorite in terms of like power, charisma, like the whole shebang, right? The whole thing.
Not just looks.
Can looks be a part of it? I mean,
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
and anybody who's a superhero
It's
is
your
good
personal
looking.
favorite, not like
You don't get to be
we're not like
ugly and save the world. Don't know, you know. I'm
we're
just
not
saying. I mean, every superhero. Has there been an ugly super? I'm just saying. Just throwing it out
like
there.
my list isn't gonna fight your list. It's not that type of thing. We're just being
Yeah,
like,
but I'm just saying, like in general, like partially this will be based on looks, but it doesn't really matter because every superhero is good looking. No studio is gonna make a movie where you get saved by a 3. No, like nobody's gonna like nobody's writing that script. And
yeah,
I'm not trying to be mean, but nobody's pitching that movie. So everybody's good looking, and that's really all that matters. So fuck. So you want me to go first?
yep. Wait, top or bottom?
Let's start top because I'm having trouble with the bottom.
Okay.
All right. My number 3. Fuck. This is shit. Wait, can we do superheroes and villains?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
You're gonna put a villain in your top?
Maybe, honestly. Number 3, I'm going Loki.
Okay.
I like the dude. I like how he's like kind of nice, but also a conniving piece of shit. And I kind of like that about him.
All right.
And I don't know what that says about me, but it says something about Loki.
My,
I'm just saying.
So.
I'm
my
just
number
saying.
3. My number 3 is gonna be Thor.
Okay. Now, was that purely based on looks? Because mine would have been
A little bit, but also like, but also like, I don't know. He's funny. I feel like not a lot of superheroes are funny, and
Yeah, dude.
he's like, he's literally a god, and he's funny.
Yeah. Keep telling me how cute you think he is.
No, he's literally a god. I think.
No, I know what you meant. I thought I was just fucking.
Yeah.
He's literally like a god, and he's like so funny, and like
And
he's
so
kind of
hot.
cute.
He's got
He's
hair.
so hot.
His hair.
Dude, his ab line. Anyways. Fuck. Okay, number 2. Fuck, this is so difficult. Loki, let's think. I think I'm gonna say Spider-Man.
Fuck. No.
I think I'm saying Spider-Man. I'm saying Spider-Man.
That was gonna be my number 1. Damn. We should have got 1 to 3 for
man.
this one.
Sorry, brother.
Wait, did we go 1 to 3, or are we going? 3
No, we
to
went
1?
3 to 1. We're going 3 to 1.
Good. All right.
Loki is not my number 1.
Yeah, that'd be.
You have to check me into a insane asylum.
I'm gonna go Captain America.
Okay.
Mostly because I think you're gonna take him.
I wasn't gonna actually.
Okay. Well, also I'll take him anyway, even though he's a pussy and he was like, "Oh,
All right.
I'm gonna choose love over saving."
I'm jammed
millions of people."
between 2 right now, and they're not even closely related. But
What are they, first of all? Say both of them, but then pick one.
Iron Man and Joker.
Joker. No.
I just love the character, not him as a person, but like every Joker film I've seen, I've enjoyed. That's what I'm basing it off of.
Okay.
And also pretty much every Iron Man film I've seen, I've enjoyed. That's what I'm basing this off of.
Okay. I could see that.
So I don't know. It's so difficult, right? Because Iron Man's so fun and he's charismatic. He's got a bunch of money. But then currently at this point in my life, I probably relate to the Joker more so.
Just choose the Joker then.
No, I'm taking Iron Man.
Fuck. I wanted to take Iron Man.
I'm taking Iron Man. Although, just so you know, the Joker makes the top 5, if anyone's curious.
Okay. I am gonna go with Deadpool. Might not count technically.
I'll let it slide.
Anti-hero, not a superhero, but I'm taking. I mean, he's.
Well, I
if
picked
we're doing
Loki,
villains. Yeah, I was gonna say if we're doing like.
Yeah,
I'm going Deadpool.
Okay.
Because once again, funny, cute,
cool,
sexy, hot.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bottom 3, lead us off.
This is listen, like it sucks to have a bottom. It does. It sucks to have a bottom, but there has to be one somewhere. So let's start number 3 on the bottom. Sandman.
Okay.
Not a fan of him. Never really was a fan of him. I don't like that he's made of sand. All I'm thinking about is who would ever sleep with this guy. you're going to wake up with sand in your pussy. That's what I think about every time. That's not what I should be thinking about, but I'm thinking about it. Okay. And then I'm just thinking about like how many, that's going to cause a rash, perhaps. Probably not going to.
Aquaman's probably the same thing though. Like, is it salt water, fresh water? Either way, bacteria, gross.
But you could guarantee he's showing up wet. Next, your turn.
All right, my number 3 is going to be Green Lantern. I swear I've seen that movie like 4 times, and I have no idea what Green Lantern is or does, and it's so dumb.
It's okay. It's okay. I get where you're coming from.
And Ryan Reynolds even makes jokes about like, oh, that's the one movie I wish I didn't do. It's stupid.
He's in that movie?
He's the Green Lantern, I think.
Is he really?
I think so. But Ryan Reynolds as the Green Lantern, and he like, and I don't remember that he's the Green Lantern. It's kind of a sign that it's a shit movie.
I'm gonna go with that movie that Jared Leto did, Morbius.
Oh my god, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. Listen, he's great or whatever, but not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me. Just personally not for me.
My number 2 is Squirrel Girl.
Okay. Pulling this one out of left field.
I was kind of on a list of like dumbest superheroes, and she's here, but she looks like a perverted Sandy Cheeks.
Okay, and that's interesting.
Hold on. I have to find her. I don't even know what her power is. Like sucking nuts or something.
Probably not, but we could start there.
Yeah, right. Probably not.
Yeah.
But
he was Green Lantern. You're right.
Yeah, and I like don't. Oh, Squirrel Girl. Okay, Squirrel Girl's everyone's favorite wacky superhero.
Okay.
I disagree already.
Okay.
She was born with a tail, and physicians decided she is not a mutant, but rather has an unusual connection with squirrels. Okay. It doesn't get much further.
Wait, this is the plot?
This is a description of her. It doesn't get much further than that, which is a true shame because such a popular figure deserves something more in depth. That her power is communicating with squirrels, basically. She's close with squirrels. That goes back to the Beauty and the Beast shit. Like her power is that she can communicate with beasts.
What?
Which obviously mean. Oh wait, hold on. Let me show you the picture of her too.
Who wrote this script?
And everyone, I guess she's like liked by a lot of people. This is her. Looks like like I said, looks like a perverted Sandy Cheeks. This is her.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's my number 2.
Okay.
Number 1 also relates to what we were talking about earlier.
All right, number 1 worst of all time, Robin. I know he's a sidekick. Never liked the guy. Not a fan of. And I know that some people say like there was a Robin that was good. All I know is that over the years they have turned Robin into a trusty. They turned him from a trusty sidekick into low-key Batman's assistant / bitch. That's how it's progressed over the years.
And isn't he a child too in the comics? He's like, basically
I think he is like young. I think that's like the point. It's supposed to be like Batman's like his mentor, but like this Batman can't even mentor himself. The guy needs therapy. He doesn't need to be beating somebody. He doesn't need to be breaking someone's teeth because they stole a fucking can of soup for their starving family. Okay? Batman needs to figure out his own shit before he starts throwing right hooks at these poor pedestrians.
There's a new movie coming out, and Timothy Chalamet is playing Robin.
I thought he was playing Willy Wonka too.
He already did that.
No, it's not out yet.
Yeah, but there's like he's casted for Robin. I think they haven't even.
Oh,
yet, I think.
Damn, Willy Wonka.
If Robin gets his own movie though, that's gonna be stupid. I hope he's just like a little sidekick in a new Batman movie or something.
He probably, dude. They're not. Nobody's casting Timothy Chalamet in a Robin movie if he's not the lead role.
That's true. That's a good point.
unless Batman is gonna be like Christian Bale, that's the only person they would probably consider having him as like a supporting role on.
That's true. Yeah.
But if anybody but Christian Bale is Batman, I don't know why it wouldn't be a movie centered around Robin.
Very true. All right, my number one is kind of relates to earlier in the episode. This is actually a Marvel character too, Bailey Hoskins. I've never heard of the boy. It was a student at Xavier School of Gifted Youngsters. His power is useless and dumb simultaneously. He possesses the power to self-detonate. That's it. He can explode.
He's like a bee.
Yeah, he's a bee.
Full circle.
Full circle, baby.
Full circle
Beginning of
moment.
the episode, end of the episode. We're talking about
And that's what we do here. It was always in the script. It was always in the script.
That was the plan the whole time.
The whole time.
Does he like revive himself though? Does he have self-revive? Oh, he died as a hero. So
wait, he doesn't have self-revive? Oh, well then, okay. Well then I have the same superpower if I strap a couple C4s to my chest and walk inside of a CVS. I got that. You know what? Then I have the same powers as him.
He just got a surgery to
self-detonate?
I mean,
what?
Got a surgery to put TNT in his stomach. He's like, yeah, I'm a hero, guys. He sacrificed himself to save his allies.
So his power is that he's a suicide bomber?
The power suggests clearly, when used, Bailey will blow himself up and die. He died as a hero.
I could achieve the same thing with a couple boxes of C4. I could achieve the same thing.
Literally, I could walk around with a pocket knife and be like, yeah, I'm more of a threat than this guy. I can do more damage.
Probably, dude. Probably.
Because I can survive.
Right.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
What a dumb.
All right. Anyways, that was
power.
the rabbit hole. You can finish this off. You're good at that.
Yeah, that was the rabbit hole. Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe. Apple, Spotify, review 5 stars, please. If it's anything less, don't even think about it. Don't even fucking consider it.
Yeah, please. And
unless it's about Cam and you specify. But other than that,
right.
Don't.
Cause doesn't need any more mental breakdowns. If you want more rabbit hole, then don't make fun of Cause.
I don't need any negativity for at least the next week. Okay.
Yeah, if you want an episode next week, leave him alone.
If you want an episode next week, positive thoughts, positive comments, thoughts